my note card. Okay, we can see it. Okay. Imagine it's the first day of school. You wake up and you're so excited. You put on your new jeans and your white top. You feel great until you get to school and you realize everyone's wearing the same new brand pink top. You feel so out of place all of a sudden. And people start coming up to you, asking, why are you wearing that? And making you feel even more uncomfortable. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the problem of economic and social disparities that cause kids to feel out of place and bullied due to what they wear. By listening to this speech, you will understand what uniforms can do and how they can solve this issue. I'm credible as I've attended a K-12 school that wore uniforms, and I've done extensive research. What we will cover is the problem of economic and social barriers that occur between students due to their clothing, the solution of uniforms, and what all schools with uniforms would look like and what they wouldn't look like. So to begin, the problem is students feel discriminated against due to what they're wearing. Financially, this is an issue, and sometimes just out of personal preference. Some students find it, according to a ISAN Uniforms October 2017 article, 10 reasons school uniforms should be mandatory. Some students just financially cannot afford these nice, fancy clothes, and it makes them feel out of place. If they can't afford them, they then become an easy target for bullying. Also, this can lead to exclusivity. This exclusivity can be because you're wearing the wrong thing, or you're just not wearing what they're wearing in general. And this problem also has to do with socioeconomics, because if you're wearing something and it fills a stereotype, you can get made fun of and bullied. Now that we've covered the problem, we are going to cover the solution. A solution that I think would be best would be to implement uniforms in all K-12 schools. With uniforms, there's unity. With uniforms, there's inclusivity. And uniforms just allow students to feel equal. According to 2019, What Are Good Reasons for Wearing School Uniforms by American Prep, there is equality, no one stands out, and everyone is in the same outfit, which causes less competition to be wearing the cutest top or the cutest pants. This allows students to be more comfortable with themselves in an environment that they should be. The Problems and Potential of School Uniforms article from the Huffington Post in 2017 states that there's more social mobility. Students don't feel that they can only talk to certain kids because they're not up to their standards. They feel they can talk to anyone because everyone's equal. This allows for less exclusion and greater friend groups. School Wear Association's survey in 2017 from Printwear and Promotion said that 83% of teachers surveyed said that school uniforms would reduce social pressure and prevent bullying based off of appearance and your economic advantage. This again goes into how what you can buy and what you can wear, it shouldn't matter. It should be about the person. Now, another survey from University of North Texas, Schools Uniforms Equalize Students' Education, said that there would be an 83% impact on peer pressure. Meaning students would feel less pressure to dress this way or that way because there's no pressure, and students would actually become more expressive eventually because they would actually be able to decide their own clothing decisions and what they liked and their trends instead of following, oh, everyone's wearing Converse, we all need to wear Converse. Additionally, the survey said that 64% of those questioned said it would reduce bullying. Because bullying a lot of times can just be off of your first appearance of someone, which is how they look. Now, an opposition to this would obviously be that financially, which is something we covered, it wouldn't gain because now you have to buy uniforms. But uniforms actually reduce the number of clothes a student would need because you only need 2 to 3 outfits per week instead of an entire wardrobe. Additionally, financially, there's low price options such as great value stores like Walmart where you can get a basic collared shirt and khakis, which is what a school uniform usually entails, for a low price. And there are services financially that allow for school uniforms, such as a place I know called the Child's Place, which takes donations of gently worn or new clothing for school uniforms that kids can take. And now I want you to visualize, in 10 years, what it would be like, thinking about these solutions and problems we just covered. If no schools had uniforms, kids would feel judged, there would be more bullying, and we would be complicit as a society to this bullying. We would let it go on and continue, and these kids getting these social fears of talking to people because they're not dressed the same. And it would just expand these barriers. But imagine in 10 years, all K through 12s were wearing very basic clothing. These students would all feel unified as one. We could expand people's social skills. We could create greater friend groups instead of smaller friend groups. In conclusion, this is so necessary to change today. You need to speak to school boards. You need to speak to people involved. I have a good friend that experienced this bullying firsthand when her mother would not let her wear Hollister shirts, but would allow her to wear American Eagle. And her friend said, "Why are you wearing American Eagle and not Hollister?" And she felt bullying for years of her childhood. And it's just not fair. Today, I'm telling you that you must go out and change these policies. Thank you. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Do you think that taking away the creativity of children is conducive to their education?
No, because there are programs in art classes and music classes that allow the children to expand on their creativity. And another solution that I've heard from other individuals could be that younger schools where creativity is so important could have uniforms, but they could do a backpack decorating day class where they all get a backpack and get to decorate it, and it allows them to show their creativity on an equal playing field. Are there any other questions? Yes.
How does this address the economic barriers when some school uniforms are really expensive?
Well, basic public school uniforms generally are a solid colored polo, such as a white or navy polo, and khaki bottoms. These can be found at a great value store such as Walmart for cheap prices, or they can be found from donations as mentioned in the speech. Additionally, these lower the amount of clothes you have to have. Of course, you have to have the summer clothing and the winter clothing when you're not at school, but it's a lot less than buying a whole new wardrobe every single school year. Thank you.